Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another Qshell command which we use in order to display a few top lines of our file. Okay. In previous session, we discussed about the cat command, and through cat command we saw some examples to merge the output, to redirect the output of a file into a particular file, right? And likewise we have also discussed like basic things related to cat command, how we can use cat in order to populate the data, in order to merge the data, as well as in order to save the data as a permanent file. So this session is in the continuation of the same, but we are going to discuss about the new command, which is head command. Now what is head command? Head command is mainly used in order to populate the data from a file, but not the entire data, not the complete data, but only the few top rows from your file data. Okay, so whenever you want to populate only the top few lines from your file, then in that case you can utilize the head command. Clear? Fine. Now before we start, let me show you few sample data that we are going to use for this session, and on the basis of that data we will perform the operation using head command in order to display the output. Okay, so let's start. So for that I'll simply write here work lnk. Now this is my home directory /home/sharmit, my by default directory. Okay, so if I'm not providing any path to Qshell command, then it will only look for this particular location because this is my by default directory. In your case, the username would be different because in my case username is Sharmit, but in your case it would be, let's say if your example, for example, if your uh, username is abcd, so it will show /home/abcd. Okay, fine. So now here I have already created one file which is abc.txt. I'll show you that, and that file we will use in order to, yeah, here it is. So if I take option 2 here, you can see this file contains some sample record from test row 1 to, if I do page down, testing row 25. Okay, so mainly this file contains 25 record with numbering. Okay, usually we don't store the numbering in file data, but just for the demo purpose I have created this file so that it will give a clear picture to us when we are using head command. Now here questions comes, why we use head command. So just think of this thing, this file, and suppose if someone has asked you, or if it is your project requirement that just populate the top 5 rows from the file, so in that case we will use head command, because head command by default look for the top rows of the file only. Okay, so if we talk about this thing, then the head command will only look the data from top to bottom, so it will pick this command. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, this would be the data if we are searching for top 5 command. Similarly, if you are searching for top 12 command, then it will look for only this data. Sorry, not top 12 command, top 10 records. Then in that case it will pick only this set of data. Okay, so it totally depend on the number that you have passed while executing the head command. If you are providing 10, then it will look for 10 records. If you are providing 15, it will look for 15 record. Okay, when we were when we will explore the command on Qshell prompt, that time I also show you what is the default value, because it might be possible if someone has directly executed the command, right? Then in that case how we can identify like how many values it pick up by default. So that thing we can also discuss in practical time, at the moment when we were doing the practical things. Clear? So I think now requirement is pretty much clear that how we are going to use this command. We will use head command in order to fetch the n number of records from top to bottom. Okay, another thing, like for this command is that like we can let me copy this first. Yeah, so this command requirement is clear. I just want to make it very clear that command is quite simple, you can use it very easily, but the requirement part is important. If you don't know what is the requirement, why we are using it, then it would be a bit tricky for us. Okay, so I just copied this path so that I can use it for the demo purpose. Now I'm taking F3 from here. Okay, so here what I'll do now, I'll simply write QSH. So what QSH will do, it will open this screen for me, Qshell command entry screen, and on this Qshell command entry screen I can run any Qshell command. Clear? So let me run one command here, which is head, then hyphen, and then I can put 5, then space and my path of the file, which is /home /sharmit /abc.txt. So what this command will do now, it will pick only top 5 records from this location, which is /home /sharmit /abc.txt. On pressing enter, you can see it picks only 5 record from the file. Clear? Likewise, let's say if I want to pick only 10 records, or let's say I want to pick only 15 records. So what will happen? Let me show you. So in this case, I will put it as 15 and hit enter. So you can see it is populating only 15 top 15, not only 15, top 15. So it is populating only top 15 records from the file. Okay, so it is totally depend on your command, like how many records would you like to fetch. Because if I make it like this, so this is the actual syntax. Here in place of n, you can put any number, any valid positive integer number. So let's say if I want to pick only 3 records, I can simply put 3 and hit enter. So you can see it is providing only the 3 records to us. Clear? So this is how we can utilize the head command. Now another question is default value. What would happen if I just remove this input value, n value, and if I hit enter now, what it will do? So in this case, head command by default provide us 10 top records. So if I hit enter, you can see it is providing us only 10 top records from the file. Clear? So this is also an interview question, like sometime you might encounter this question in your interview rounds, like what would be the default value for a head command if we are not providing the n number. So you can simply say that yes, in that case you can simply use uh, it will simply return 10 records, 10 top records from the file data. Clear? Fine. Now another question is, will it be possible to provide 0 as n number? No, it is not. Let me show you that. If you try to put 0 here and if you hit enter now, you will see it is not giving us the correct record, because it is giving result into an error. You can see the number 0 is not valid or is not specified. The number must be a positive number or integer. So that's the reason it is always recommended to put here the positive integer only, otherwise it will give you error. Another question would be like what will happen if I make it as capital letter? Will it work in that case also? Yes, it will work. So there is no um, it is not mandatory to always keep it small letters. You can run in capital letters also. So at that time also it will work as expected. Clear? So I think now everything is pretty much clear that how we are utilizing this head command through Qshell command prompt. So main thing is that head command will only provide you the top n number of records from that file. Clear? Fine. So now we are good to discuss about the CL program, like how we can utilize the same through CL program. So here I have already created one program. Let me walk you through this. So program to use head command to fetch 5 records. DCL, which is for declaring the variable. Simply write DCL, take F4, provide variable name, type, storage and length. If you don't know the basic about these things, then I would recommend you to go and check out the previous session, because there we have already discussed these things in detail. Okay, for time being we are just focusing on the head command. Then simply write chg where provide your variable name command, which is head -5 abcd.txt, and then strqsh to execute your command. So you can see command variable is here. Okay, so let me compile this and call this. So once I call it, you can see it is providing the top 5 record. Now remember one thing, here we are not using abc file, here we are using abcd.txt file. Previously we were using abc.txt file, but this time we are using abcd.txt file. That's why it is showing us the different result. Okay, so same thing we can verify from program also. Like if I take option 5 here, you can see we are using head command with abcd.txt file, and the time when we were practicing it on Qshell command prompt, that time we were using the abc.txt file only. Okay, that's why it is providing us the different result, because this file contains top 5 record as like this. Clear? So yeah, these are the all steps that we need to perform in order to use the command in Qshell as well as in Shell program. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit.